So, Nintendo decided to drop a new Fire Emblem game at 1 PM on a Wednesday for no reason whatsoever. I was just sitting in my college class, listening to presentations, when I got a notification on my phone for a new Fire Emblem game. Lo and behold, it's a new mobile game. They probably thought Fire Emblem Heroes wasn't getting enough money, so they decided to put out another Fire Emblem mobile game. Is it good? Is it bad? Will Shadows power creep Fire Emblem Heroes? Well, I downloaded Shadows literally 5 seconds after I saw the trailer because it was apparently available right away. So, deadass. While I'm sitting in class, I used my phone to record and play Shadows for about an hour. This video will be my first impressions of Shadows so far. So, first off, let's get something straight. I love Fire Emblem to death. It is probably one of my favorite franchises of all time. So, of course, I'd have to cave in and play a new Fire Emblem mobile game. I've been playing Fire Emblem Heroes since day one. I've logged in every single day for the past how many years. I still love the game, but to be honest, even I'm getting tired of it. The game has so many problems, way too much to explain in this video, so I'll spare you from the 200-hour video on why Heroes is just a jumbled mess. So, my expectations of Shadows is already quite low going into it. As I've said, I've only played about an hour of the game, so I'm already super limited on information. Let's start with when you open the game. You get a nice little cutscene of a bunch of characters just fighting each other. Fire Emblem has already been known for their amazing looking cutscenes, so there's absolutely no complaints for me. The main aspect and appeals of Shadows is the gameplay, however. So, what is the gameplay for Shadows? It's two simple words. Among Us. It's literally Fire Emblem Among Us. There are 3 characters on the screen, and you have to find out who the shadow is. It's literally Among Us. I'm not even kidding. The shadow is the imposter. If you have played Among Us, you will know how this game works already. You click the little battle button on the bottom right and get match made with other actual people, and either one of the people are shadows or you are the shadow. There are 2 distinctions, the light side and the shadow side. When going into a match, you will have the choice to play either on the light side, trying to expose the shadow player, and the shadow side, where you try to sneakily take out your teammates while trying not to get found out. Sounds familiar, right? While in the gameplay, you play as a selected character. In the gameplay you see, I'm playing as the main character of the story. Every character has a different moveset catered to them. One character can use fire, the other can use lightning or wind, and, you know, it's basically just Fire Emblem where you can just mix and match your skills. At first, I thought that I would not like the gameplay at all. I'm more of a traditional kind of guy. I like the gameplay for the mainline Fire Emblem games and Heroes. Is Heroes a mainline game? Does it really count? I'm not really sure actually. Anyways, in my opinion, the gameplay is actually kind of fun. It's still got that Fire Emblem flair, but it's different enough to not be completely boring. Of course, there is still the Fire Emblem staples like leveling up and equipping weapons and skills to make your character stronger. The gameplay is fine so far, and I don't really have a problem with it at the moment. My only hope is that it doesn't become a counter-spam novel-reading snorefest that Fire Emblem Heroes became. Some problems that I do have with the mobile game are just kind of dumb and just personal preferences, honestly. First off, the story. The story is bad. It is not good. I think Fire Emblem Engage has a better story. I like Fire Emblem Engage's story, but it's not good. But I think Engage has a better story. It is so surface level and just really boring, and I don't care about anything going on so far. But it's a mobile game. They don't usually have good stories, right? There are several mobile games that have fantastic stories. Honkai Star Rail and Fate Grand Order are some to come to mind. Like, you are allowed to write great stories for a silly mobile game. What's stopping you? This is just me though, because I prefer to play games with a deep, enriching story no matter what type of game it is. Like, just for example, if you've played Fate Grand Order, the first little bit of the story is just really simple and boring because they didn't know what they were doing. But if you look at Fate Grand Order, the story nowadays, that is like an actual novel. Another little thing that I just don't like is how some of the characters are implemented into this game. Of course, you can't have a Fire Emblem game without recognizable faces, so there are a whole bunch of original characters, which have very nice designs by the way, and I really do like them a lot. I think that is one of those big strong suits of the game so far. The character designs and the art style are just amazing. However, there are two returning characters that are just here for no reason whatsoever. Lyn from Blazing Blade, and post-timeskip Dimitri from Three Houses. Like, what are these picks? Lyn? Sure, I guess so, because people's first game was Blazing Blade, so that's an okay one, I guess. But Dimitri? Like, compared to Lyn, he is such a random character. Where's Marth? Roy? Man, even Byleth or Alir would be a better fit than Dimitri. It's just so... he's just so out there. It's weird. And then, the reason why they're even in this game in the first place. There is none. They are just there. In Heroes, at least there's a reason to why there are so many heroes that have just gathered in this one place. Because they've been summoned there. But in Shadows, so far there has just been nothing. There is no gacha system compared to Fire Emblem Heroes, so I guess they kinda just showed up. My last complaint is kind of a weird one. Why is everyone just an anthropomorphic being? Everyone's got ears, wings, or a tail. Even Lyn and Dimitri. Lyn is a horse from Uma Musume, and then Dimitri is a big wolf. They both have animalistic features, again, for just no reason. How I feel about Fire Emblem Shadows is kind of a mixed bag. There's a lot of stuff that I really like about the game, and there's a lot of stuff that I don't like about the game. So far, I think that the game is alright so far. There are some things that I wish they would address or fix, but other than that, I hope the game has a bright future. Fire Emblem fans, including me, need something to hold ourselves over until Fortune's Weave comes out. And I think this will do the job for a little bit. I know that this is my first impression, but I've seen other people's first impression so far, and I think that, and so far, people just do not like this game. They hate it. I've even heard somebody say that this is the actual worst Fire Emblem game, and I can see it, but like, Jesus Christ. I don't know. I'm a hopeful person, so hopefully, you know, it becomes a better game in the future. I will be covering more of this game going forward, so please look forward to more videos on Fire Emblem Shadows. I hope that you all enjoyed my first impressions video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.